Hey everybody, JD here, 701 Nation. Like I said before, I'm not going with the intro music, so I'm just gonna hit it, going live. I know it's 1 minute early, but I'll chat about here a little bit, and once people start hopping on, we'll get into it. We got going tonight. We're gonna go over how the 223 and ammo worked for my daughter on youth season opener. I thought it worked pretty damn well. I was pretty impressed. We got a gun control demand email sent to one of my representatives here in District 35. I'm going to read that for you. That should be pretty interesting. Hey, Josh, what's up, buddy? Appreciate you jumping on here right away. After that, we're going to hit top selling guns for August, and I got this from gunbroker.com. I've done this before. I haven't done it in quite some time. I forgot all about it. I enjoyed doing that kind of thing. And now Winchester's got a brand new 22 rimfire cartridge they come out with. It's not going in your 22. It's a different barrel and a chamber, but it is 22 rimfire. So I'll let you guys know all about that. And then of course a happy ending of the week. I always love to do that. And then we'll do a little promo after that and tell you guys like what we got coming up Sunday. We got a video we're gonna do. I think Josh and the son are going to be out there for it. I'm calling it the Deer Rifle Steel Challenge, and I'll let you know what that's all about. But I kind of morphed it in between some shooting challenges I've seen on YouTube over the course of the summer here. So Josh said, "What's up, Eric Newman? Hey, good evening, Eric. Waylon Turnes. Hey, Waylon, good to see you there the other day when I took them raffle tickets over to you, buddy." Clay talked about that last night a little bit. Oh man, I'm having a brain fart. Good evening, One Shot Cap. Hey, buddy. Good evening to you, Brian Warner. Good evening, my fellow MVE. You bet, you bet. Josh says, "Yep, we're going to be there." My son is super excited to come out. That's freaking awesome. And I just want to mention, Josh sent me a text here before the show. His lifelong buddy Rich, who I met down at the Prairie Dog Shoot. Unfortunately, Rich took his own life here on Sunday. I guess I was sorry to hear that. Rich, talked to Rich there, super good guy. I mean, don't know the reason for it. Don't really want to know. I mean, people got their own demons, so I'm sorry to hear that. He seemed like a good dude, Josh. I'm sorry to hear that for you, buddy. Guns in the 701. Good evening, MVEs. Good evening. Paul Odegaard, my mom, let her roll. You bet. I'm about to let her roll here. Feeling good tonight. Tell you what, haven't drank any beer in a while. I had one beer. Went down good, and I was prepping for the show. This one's tasting pretty good too. So, all right, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna get right into it here. I said the first thing I'm gonna hit on. How'd that 223 and the ammo perform for my daughter there at the youth opener down at my friend Clay Peterson's place? Yeah, Guns in the 701 says, "Wow, sorry to hear about it, Rich." Yeah, Clayton. I'm pretty sure that's Clay, and Clay met him too. Good guy, man. So yeah, just sorry to hear anytime a young person like that does that. But I mean, like I said, I don't know the reason. Some people got their reasons for stuff. That's between them and God, I suppose. And just hey, representing for my buddy LF here, 2A71 hat. Forgot I had this actually. I was looking for a hat to wear. So put it on for the show tonight. Hair's getting a little longer. I might grow the hair out again too. So anyway, first of all, distance, appreciate Clay talking about this last night. So I'm not going to kind of go over what Clay did last night, man. Josh says, thanks. He was a great guy. Had a contagious smile and laugh. He's already missed. For sure, Josh. For sure. For sure. But yeah, so the shot was 206 yards. Clayton talked about it last night. It was at a bad angle. Everything didn't work out. We thought we were going to get one right away. Didn't, which was good. It's just, I don't know. I can't remember if Clay said that last night, but he did. We were driving around and he said, it's actually a good thing that it didn't work out perfectly. So she knows that hunting isn't just going out and shooting something. And I didn't think of that. And you're right, Clayton. You're 100% right on that. I am glad it worked out like that. They said 206 yards. I told her right behind the shoulder. I was looking at a different deer. She shot one. I didn't think she hit it right. And she said, yeah, I did. And Clay said, yeah, she hit it good. It could have made it maybe, I don't know, 20, 30 yards, fell over. And I was just, like I said, 223, 16-inch barrel, short barrel too. So we're going short barrel. We're missing some velocity there. It was a 55 grain Sierra soft point bowtail Game King. and I was at like 28.55, I believe the average muzzle velocity was. And got down there, thought it was just a long shot but it was back. So I was like, man, that's kind of far back for a long shot, but you could see it was lung blood. Well, it turns out when I gutted it out, it was quartering to us. She put it right behind the shoulder, went through a rib, hit a lung, blew the top of the heart off, hit the other lung, and then went out another rib. Exit wound was probably size of a quarter, probably. So that 55 grain, as it did in the gel test out at my buddy Axe's place, held together and went all, I would say a good foot, maybe even more through tissue. So I'm thinking even without hitting the shoulder, I would definitely be confident with that at probably 250 yards. And like I said, that's with a short barrel. You get a longer barrel. That same round we chronoed in my buddy John's 22-inch, which we have a test on our social media sites. You can see it. 22-inch barrel chronoed at like, I want to say it was just over 3,000 feet per second. So that's considerable from a 16 to a 22-inch. That's a lot more velocity, man. That thing had a lot of power and passed right through. Like I said, if you don't hit him in the shoulder and it did hit both ribs though. Yeah, it was a smaller deer, a younger deer, but still went through both ribs and performed freaking awesome. It performed awesome, man. And like I said, the expansion of that thing, we found no pieces of that bullet in the deer, and the exit wound was big. Just like in the gel, it retained almost 100% of its weight. So I don't think it shed any in there even after hitting the bone. So Josh says that's so awesome that she got her deer. My son did the 2 years ago. I was watching when he shot a different one. I seen him all run off, and he swore he dropped it, and sure enough, he did 230. Yeah, that's exactly what I did. That's freaking awesome, man. Are you guys? I gotta ask you, are you seeing the chats here on the screen? I'm not seeing it, but see what I got with this one. Well, that one's, I'm gonna leave it. I think you can. I always forget which one I push on here. So if you guys aren't seeing it, somebody can tell me in the comments here, or Clay, if you're watching, if you don't see them, I forgot which one of these things I got to hit to make it show up if I don't have it up there. But anyway, it was a great opening. No chats on the screen. All right, I got it. Which one of these do I got to hit again to get these suckers up here? I can't. Let me see here. Might take me a little bit here, you guys. So I know I had this figured out last week for some reason. I don't now. I can't remember which one of these things. Key options. Nope, not that one. Clay, if you're watching, send me a text and tell me which one of these deals I got to hit, because I can't remember which one of these suckers I got to hit on here. Overlay right here. Let me check this out. Oh, there we go. Never mind. Got it. Thank you, Josh. There you go, Brian. I know that when I was watching last night, the guys forgot to put them back up. Their chats are up. I apologize. If you're watching on Rumble or the website, you can't see. You can see the chats in there, but you can't chat. So either you're gonna have to get on X or YouTube or Facebook to get the chats to come through. Apologize for that, but I appreciate everybody tuning in right now. So they're up on there. So I'll leave them up. I won't forget. I forgot to take them down. So anyway, like I said, UC's was awesome. My daughter enjoyed it. I enjoyed it more than she did. It was great. And again, big thank you to my buddy Clay Peterson for bringing us down there. Great hospitality by the Peterson family, and got right on that deer and seamless deer on. It was great. Thank you, Clay. I really appreciate that. Eric Newman says my daughter got her first deer on Saturday. 223 55 grain bullet. Right on, Eric. And that's my daughter's was a 55. I do believe you use the 55 grain all copper though. I think. Sometime if you're up at Dougie's with that, you should bring it with. I'd love to shoot that all copper through some gel and just kind of compare it to that Sierra Game King. I think that'd be pretty awesome to do that. Just to compare, the lead core versus the monolithic. Eric says also got 2 new hunters or first deer. I say awesome, Eric. Good job, buddy. It's up to us because guess what? Big Daddy government ain't going to get your people out there hunting. That's for damn sure. I'm getting to the point where I enjoy watching my friends and family take deer just as much as I enjoy doing it myself. Especially I enjoyed it more with my daughter. And if you saw the video when I had the heart out there, I mean, my hand was still shaking a little bit just because I was jacked up from it. But it's the way it goes, man. I enjoyed the heck out of it. So Eric says, heck yeah, I can bring it up. All right, so we're going to go on to the next subject here. And let's if you guys got any more to add to that, I mean, feel free if you got any more questions about the rifle. It was a Ruger Ranch. Maybe I forgot that Ruger Ranch 223, of course. Was I say was my favorite rifle because my daughter pretty much is making that her own right now. So, which I don't have a problem with because you know what, dad can get himself a new rifle now. So, and dad don't have a problem with that. Yep, I got him up, Clay. Yep, you just logged in. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Got a private message. Real quick before I talk about new rifles, got a call yesterday. I bought. I don't know who I bought the raffle tickets from for the Zap Motor Days. It was either Brandy or Serena, or maybe it was Lauer and the bartender. I don't know which one. And but I won. I won $500 in the raffle. Or that was freaking awesome, man. I love it. I've been buying tickets for that for a couple years, so that's great. That's great. I love it. Zap Motor Days had a great turnout there. It was awesome. If you guys have never been to that, check it out. I would have been there, but hey, I was down. I was down doing some hunting with my baby girl in Clayton, so it's a good trade off for me. And I won $500. So Brian says she crushed it. Mama Joe and I were jacked. Watch the video. Thanks, Brian. Thanks, Brian. Yeah, it was. she acted a little camera shy, but trust me, once you get to know my baby girl, she's you can't get her to shut up just like me. So she did inherit that. Anyway, we're gonna go on here in my second topic. Gun control demand to one of my District 35 political representatives. And I will say this right off the top. All three of my representatives are Republican. All three of them are endorsed by the NRA with A or A plus ratings. Eric says winning money equals a new gun. It's probably going to go to that, Eric, but I'll tell everybody right now, I do next Wednesday, I do have a wrist surgery going on this wrist. I got a bone spur in here. I got to get taken out. I'm still going to do the show Thursday. I'll probably have it wrapped in something, but whatever. I got 3 days off. I got plenty of time to do it, to do what I want with that. So, yeah, so I'll definitely, the surgery's not going to matter. So anyway, I got this email from my lawmaker, whatever you want to call him, senator. I'm not going to say exactly who it was, but like I said, they're all three NRA endorsed, A rated or A plus. So here's the letter. I'm not going to say who wrote the letter or none of this stuff like that. I mean, I've got a fake name, and you're going to enjoy it when I get to it. But so here we go. Let me read this and do a little breakdown here when I'm doing it. So, dear blankety blank, it's simple. Everyone deserves to live in a community free of gun violence. Okay, so I mean, Bismarck, relatively free of gun violence. Other than and this isn't just me hating on people moving here. Sheriff Levin has been on the radio a number of occasions saying the vast majority of people they arrest, they're not locals, they're not from North Dakota. So that's people live in Bismarck are great people. I mean, if you're from here, and a lot of people who move here are too. I'm not doing that, but the vast majority of the people getting arrested aren't from here. To continue, I believe that everyone who is eligible should be allowed to own a gun. No, you don't. You're full of shit right there. And who says eligible? I tell you who's eligible. The Second Amendment to the Bill of Rights of the United States. You're a citizen, you're eligible. And trust me, this person does not think you should own a gun if you're eligible by their freaking standards. It is time to realize gun violence in this country is out of control. Well, I'll tell you what, it is out of control in Democrat blue controlled cities and counties and states. That's for sure. That I will agree with you partially on, but you failed to specify that. Other countries have common sense. Oh, what do we got here? I just got a private message here, so Scott got in touch with me. Okay, awesome. Looks like Clay's gonna be on with our buddy Scott Bachmeyer, Dakota Prairie Outdoors, Saturday morning. That's gonna be on KFYR 5:50 a.m., 8 a.m. Central, 7 a.m. Mountain Time. So be sure and catch that. I'll definitely be tuned into that. If you watch the video, Scott's show is on in the background, man. Scott's awesome. Love Scott. And I'm definitely going to be listening to the show, and I'm glad Clay's on. It's going to be a damn good show. Anyhow, to continue on here again, other countries have common sense gun laws, and I'm going to get to the common sense gun laws, and don't experience mass shootings like we do in the U.S. As a matter of fact, they do experience something like that. I mean, in a lot of countries, actually, you don't hear about it, but they're far more than we do. Don't blame mental health. I don't blame mental health. I blame criminal, evil pieces of shit for most mass shootings. I don't blame mental health. Mental health, video games, violent movies, et cetera. Studies have shown that those factors aren't to blame, especially considering other countries have the exact same things and don't have mass shootings. Well, I agree with you that I don't blame those things for mass shootings, but you're wrong about other countries not having them, and their definition of mass shootings here are they're bullshit at best for what they say they are. So oh my, it's coming up here too. We aren't that stupid to believe this rhetoric. And then in big capital letter, quit bowing to the NRA. Yeah, I mean, quit bowing to an organization, the oldest civil rights organization in America, actually, that defends your Second Amendment civil right. Yeah, why the hell would you want to do that? It's always the NRA. I love these. I don't know if these people keep up, because there's a lot of people who think like the NRA is like this chicken shit, gutless, spineless organization, which they're not very well informed either. They're not. Have they lost some membership over some things that they've done? Yeah, but contrary to popular belief, the NRA is still strong, and they are still the 800-pound gorilla in the room, baby. Make no mistake about that. So, yeah, they always want to blame the NRA, right? Quit bowing to the NRA and all this other crap. So here I'm going to get to what this person believes common sense gun laws that all these other countries and states have, right? And by the way, North Dakota, 10th in gun ownership, and I have the stats for how, they got it on Mom's. No, it's actually, this is on Giffords or Mom's Demand Action. um, they try to put in like suicides and gun accident deaths as the gun violence. If they take that out, we're not even close to being near the top. So our state and federal laws need to be updated to better define eligibility. Here we go. Let's go through the list here. Required background checks on all gun sales and ammunition sales. No, and I will tell you right now off the top, when I going through these, California has all of these little fantasy leftist, Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, love fest gun control, anti-Second Amendment freedom laws, and in 2023 they were number one in mass shootings. So, these work so freaking great. Number two, have a red flag law. No, we don't need a red flag law. We tried to introduce a red flag law. Some certain politicians and Governor Burgum supported that, got shot down big time. Red flag laws don't work. There's no proof in any state that red flag laws work. California has it. Prevent domestic abusers from accessing guns. Well, domestic abuser is going to, I mean, if they're violent and homicidal, they're going to do it, and whether you take their damn gun away or not. Well, at least take away their AR-15s, JD. I can tell you, people beat to death 4 or 5 times more than they are killed with AR-15s. This law is not going to do anything. I'm not defending domestic abuse in any way. If you're a domestic abuser, those people are pieces of shit. They should be thrown in jail. But banning access from, right? You can't. Hey, you're going to kill your significant other or your wife. You shouldn't have guns. Like, they give a shit that you ban them from having a gun if they're already committed to. Come on, there's no common sense here, man. Ban assault weapons. I just talked about that. We've done over this before. Assault weapons are basically everything, any damn gun to a Democrat, right? Kamala was just on. They were made to kill lots of people in a shorter period of time. So were freaking lever actions. Muskets were made for that shit too. So get over that. Limit magazine capacity. That's not going to do any good. I'll say this again. Parkland, 10-round magazine. How'd that work out for you? Not 10 rounds. You get to 10 rounds, you're going to want it to go lower. The second highest mass shooting casualty rate, deaths in the United States, Virginia Tech. Joe had 10-round magazine. So their 10-round magazine, that's like their little fantasy number. Ban bump stocks. Recently, ban on them ruled unconstitutional by the Supreme Court. So one mass shooting with a bump stock, I mean, allegedly, you're a conspiracy theory, JD. Well, there's actually been reports that the guy did have full autos, and I mean, it's buried. You never hear nothing about it anymore. So I'm not saying it wasn't bump stocks, but I was running pretty smooth for bump stock, so I'll leave it at that. Require concealed carry permits. Oh, tough shit. North Dakota passed permitless carry easily passed, right? Besides that, that's against Bruin anyways. Show me in a history where the founders and the framers said you need a permit to carry a freaking pistol, dude. That's not a thing. Restrict open carry. Really? So restricting open carry, like where is open carry a big problem in homicides and mass shooting? Hey, dude, you can't come in here if you're going to commit a mass shooting. Really? Like I give a shit. I'm about to commit mass murder on a bunch of people. I mean, that's not going to matter. These people are freaking brain dead. Ban firearms in libraries, schools, and hospitals. Guess what? Libraries are already banned. They're already banned in libraries. They're banned in hospitals and school. Pretty basically banned in all schools in North Dakota because it's up to the school district to let you carry in school. So or have guns. I mean, you can't even have a goddamn NRA shirt on in a freaking school, but you can have your rainbow shirt on. Bullshit. Complete bullshit right there, too. Have a waiting period. Oh, yeah, man. Because, I mean, if you want to do something bad, you can cool off and because they can check your background instantly. It's called an instant background check. They can check your whole goddamn history of crimes and mental illness and whatever other nefarious shit you pulled. So having a waiting period, yeah, I mean, if you cool out, oh man, good thing there's a cooling off period because I was going to go in there and do a bunch of evil shit to a bunch of people. But now that I cooled off, I'm never going to think about doing that again. Please, please allow victims of gun violence to have their day in court, and that gun manufacturers, sellers, interest groups are not shielded from liability when facing the negligence and disregard for public safety. What they're talking about again, the Protection of Lawful Commerce Act. You can sue freaking gun companies and everybody else if the gun has a manufacturing defect and blows up in your hand or cause you. You can't freaking sue. The law is in there, so you can't sue a goddamn gun company for somebody going in and doing something with. Can you sue axe companies and knife companies now in baseball? I mean, God, these people are so annoying, and they just keep coming up with the same shit. And mind you, this person is from Bismarck, who had. Like I said, I'm sure this is probably their part of freaking mom's demand confiscation or all what every town for confiscation, Bloom turd, and all these other stupid anti-Second Amendment. So to finish, she says, I will tell you it is a woman. I urge you to advocate for policy and laws that include these provisions. I look forward to a response from you on this urgent matter. Because gun violence in North Dakota is such an urgent goddamn matter. Oh my God, what an urgent matter we got here. Sincerely, another unhinged leftist with a dangerous lack of common sense and reality. I added that in there instead of the person's name. So, oh, I'm going to get to some comments on this, guys. I thoroughly enjoyed doing that. Oh God, I just enjoyed it and got heated up at the same time. So let me go back to some comments here. Brian Warner, going back to what Clay said, he's going to be on with the boy Scotty Bachmeyer, our main man, Dakota Prairie Outdoors, Saturday morning, 8 a.m. Central, KFYR. 5:50 a.m., 99.7, and iHeart. I recommend listening on iHeart. You can get on early on Scott's Dakota Prairie Outdoors channel because he does a pre-show on there on YouTube and after. So check that out. And also when you're on there, if you're not subscribed, do it and subscribe already. Scott's a great guy. Get on there and subscribe to him. Brian Warner says, sounds good, Clay. Looking forward to it. Eric Newman, for sure. Host, red flag laws. This is my man Clay Peterson. Your red flag laws violate our constitutional right to due process. Right, exactly, Clayton. There hasn't been one red flag law that satisfies the Fourth Amendment, your due process. So yeah, I mean that's why California has it, because California couldn't care less about that shit. All right. Hey, we got 5 watching on Rumble. Appreciate you people there on Rumble. Love it. Hey, if you guys aren't subscribed to our Rumble channel, real quick, get on there, get a subscription, because all our videos are getting loaded up to that. Because at some point when YouTube snipes us, all our videos are going to be on Rumble. Rumble's free speech, great American company run by Dan Bongino and the boys there. Brian Warner says, look at the red flag laws on this jackass at the golf course. Looks like that worked real well in preventing anything. Yeah, Brian, because guess what? Florida's got a red flag law, not put in by Ron DeSantis, but should be revoked because yeah, that worked real freaking great, didn't it? Right. Yeah. Guns in the 701 says bingo, Brian. Brian's got some good. I got to get Brian here to talk some sausage making again pretty soon. Him and his dad. That was awesome. Eric Newman says, so we better ban air and hail guns too. Oh, for sure. I bet more people probably die or injured by them than anything. Guns in the 701, Protection of Lawful Commerce and Arms Act, passing 2005 stop these lawsuits. Exactly. And that was with President Bush, who a lot of people hate on. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of the guy from what he did, but for that and the Republican controlled House and Senate, thank you. That's a common sense. That right there is a common sense law. Protect businesses from stupid lawsuits. So, all right, guys, we're coming up here on the we're coming up on our first break. Yeah, I'm actually past the first break. I might not get to everything I want to. I feel like I'm talking fast again. I know Clay's listening. These folders, Clay, not working for me again. I'm trying to get into these folders for my commercial ads here. So just hang on here. That one came up. That doesn't have the one I'm looking for. I think I just need everything off of these folders except for my commercials for my sponsor. So here's the first double ad. Going to hit it right now.
That's a war face. Now let me see your war face. Ah! You don't scare me.
Lauer Auto Repair, located at 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Give them a call at 701-258-6308.
The team of mechanics at Lauer Auto can take care of any problem your vehicle is having. And when you do business with Lauer, you can be assured you're doing business with a pro Second Amendment America First repair shop. There are plenty of other auto repair shops in the Bismarck-Mandan area. But why take a chance at patronizing a shop that might not have your beliefs at heart? Make no mistake.
Make no mistake.
Lauer Auto is your pro Second Amendment repair shop. When you talk to the guys at Lauer Auto, don't forget to tell them that you heard they are a sponsor of Guns and the 701 and that you appreciate their support of our pro Second Amendment, pro North Dakota live stream and podcast. That's Lauer Auto Repair, 701-258-6308.
701-258-6308.
Located 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Experience the exhilaration of power in your hands at Bloodline Kinetics. Why Cerakote? Simply, it aids in firearm preservation while also giving your piece a unique look. Barrel threading, NFA laser engraving, bolt handle threading, mount, level, and bore, sight scope chamber, rebarreling, and much more. Bloodline Kinetics is meant to reflect a long American lineage in gun ownership, who stand for the Second Amendment rights, Bloodline, and the science behind gun accuracy. Kinetics. To some, it's just a constitutional right that can go away. To us, it's in our American bloodline, and we believe it should stay that way. Here at Bloodline Kinetics, we understand that hunters, sportsmen, women, and gun owners should have a quality firearm. Stop and see us at 2008 Morrison Avenue 2 in Bismarck, North Dakota, 58504, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 701-390-7997. Visit our website, bloodlinekinetics.com.
Right on, JD back here, Guns in the 701 and 701 Nation. You're watching my live stream here, the 701 Nation. And hey, you guys do business with our sponsors. Make sure you tell them you heard it on Guns in the 701 or 701 Nation and that you appreciate them supporting our live stream and all our videos. Couldn't do it without them. It's awesome, man. So I'm going to get right into it. Third topic, top selling guns. Unless you guys got anything else you want to add on that last one. I'll be more than happy to read them in the comments to you. Had the silence there, had a beer burp. But I'm going to go right on to the next topic. Top selling guns for August. And I'm just going to go with the new guns. They go with the top 5. These are all new ones, top 5. We're going to go through all the categories here. And coming up after that, we're going to hit, I got the remaining topics I got. New 22 rimfire cartridge from Winchester. It's called the 21 Sharp. And, of course, a happy ending of the week. And, all right, here we go. So, top semi-auto pistols via Gun Broker. Right here, we got number 1, Sig Sauer P365, which I have done a video on. Shot freaking great. It was the concealed one. 2, Sig Sauer P320. Don't believe I've ever shot that, unless Axe might have that one actually. Number 3, Glock G19. Coming in 4 right here. My favorite of all time handgun. I got Smith & Wesson M&P 9. I got the 5-inch barrel, 2.0. Love that thing. Number 5, Ruger American pistols. Awesome, man. Love Ruger pistols as well. We got a Twitch listener. Hey, Twitch, appreciate you tuning in. Twitch, thank you. I really do love it. Twitch is pretty. If you guys got Twitch, is super clear. So does X. I mean, X and Twitch, sweet. All right, going on revolvers. Here we go. I'm not a big revolver guy. I enjoy shooting them. I own I own one revolver. Number 1, Smith & Wesson Bodyguard, which I think actually was on Clay's top 10 list last night. Clay and Deacons of personal defense carry guns. Number 2, Colt Python. If you don't know what that is, Rick carried that baby on Walking Dead for years. He still might. I quit watching it because after season 5, it sucked. Some of these are on here. I haven't done this in, man, I think the last time I did this was, I was on Jay Dillon on, God dang, what the heck was that called? In the Crosshairs with Jay Dillon. Clay and I were on there. That's number 2. Number 3, Heritage Rough Rider revolver. I do know a few people who have these. Axe and I did I think a ballistics gel test. He's got the Barkeep here. It's just a short, like 3-inch barrel or something, 2-inch barrel, 22. It was a gun that was in a lot of NRA banquets as well. Number 4, Ruger Blackhawk. Clay, my buddy Clay's got one of those for sure. I do know that. Number 5, revolver, Ruger Wrangler. That's a 22. Axe has that one for sure. We're going to do a test on the Ruger Wrangler for sure. Now we're getting into some, Clay says, love my Blackhawks. You have more than one. So, yeah, we should do a test. Clay, you got to do a test. You got a nice range down there. So, semi-auto rifles, top 5. Number 1, Ruger 1022. Hey, I know that was number 1 the last time we did this, and Clay and I did it a few times, and that was number 1. And if anybody forgets, I did actually win from Ruger off a Facebook contest, and their 1022 sweepstakes last year. Eric Newman says, I like revolvers better. It's probably because I like watching some Westerns and they don't have semi-auto. Yeah, I will say this about revolvers. They're usually more accurate than semi-autos. I mean, maybe not a whole lot, but I like semi-autos way better, for sure. Yeah. Clay says, grab axe and come on down. We can shoot the presidential target. Yeah. My daughter loves shooting that with her rascal too. So number 2, which kind of surprised me on this one, Sig Sauer MCX rifles, AR looking thing. I think you can get them in pistol calibers and that too. Number 3, Smith & Wesson M&P 15. Awesome, affordable for M&P 15 for the package you get in an AR. Tough to beat, man. If somebody asks me if they're going to buy one, that's what I recommend to them usually. 4, H&K MP5 rifle. Super cool MP5s. I don't know that I'd want one unless it was full auto, and I don't have a class 3. So, and number 5, Dynasty Defense DD M4 rifles. One guy I know's got a Daniel Defense, my buddy Tony. I'm not saying I was disappointed in it, but I didn't think it was all that it was cracked up to be. And to be fair, I was only with him when he shot it one time and it was super cold out. So, I'm not going to hit on down to defense. There's a lot of good shit for Second Amendment and two-way rights, and they're very vocal. Which a lot of gun companies are, like Smith & Wesson, but DD's right up front. Brian Warner says, won a Wrangler at Yankton F, friends of NRA, when I went down to see Uncle Ted. Yeah, sweet. How's that shoot for you, Brian? Anyways, I'm curious. I've never shot Dougie's, and he think he cracked a few rounds off after he bought it. But all right, bolt actions. Number one bolt action, and I love this right here. Ruger American rifles for sure. Big pimp. That's what my daughter shot her deer with at Clay's. Love Ruger in my opinion, for accuracy, features and weight, and just a solid rifle bolt action. You can't beat that Ruger American. And the Gen 2s, I've never shot a Gen 2 yet. I'd love to. They look awesome. Number 2, bolt action rifles, according to gunbroker.com, sales in August. CZ model 457. Again, I've never shot a CZ. I've read as good things about them, so hey, I'd love, somebody's got one, I'd love to shoot it. Browning X-Bolt, number 3. Brother-in-law's got one in 6.5 Creed. Great rifle. Shot, I want to say right around an inch, did great on deer, did great deer rifle, super light. Trigger was kind of weird. We had to adjust it, but Brian says it's a nice little revolver. Shoots well. Awesome. Thanks, Brian. Number 4, Remington Model 700. I don't know too many people that buy Remington Model 700. They're kind of their own company now. I don't know if anybody's got one of these newer ones. They look awesome. Looks like they got great features and everything I've seen and read. They're great rifles. I'm curious to know if anybody's got one and how they like it. Number 5, love these rifles too. Bolt action, Tikka T3. I mean, Tikka's tough to beat, man. Their action's super tight. Love it. And almost all of them I've ever shot are just, like they guarantee sub MOA. And if you can do it, they're usually there to do it. Oh, Dougie says, don't have a Wrangler yet, ... Okay. Maybe I'm confusing that with the Diamondback years we shot not too long ago. All right, let's go on here. Eric Newman says, I like the Rem 7. All right, Eric, is that the new one, though? Is that like the new Remington 700s or the old? Because, the Remington 700 is, that's as American as it gets. I like Remington 700 too, but I'm just curious about the new ones. If you heard that silence on the podcast there, I had to have a drink of my silver bullet. All right, let's move on here. Lever action rifles, number one sales in August on Gunbroker. Marlin Model 1895 rifle. Number 2, Marlin Model 1894 rifle, right? Marlin's killing it. I don't know if that's since Ruger took over what, but like I said, I've heard since Ruger took them over, they're freaking way better, way better. Eric says, no, but it's the older Model 700. Okay. Brian's talking about his Wrangler pistol, not the Wrangler, the whatever it was. They are cheap like borscht, Doug. Buy 2. Oh, he's talking about the price of the Wrangler. Okay, yeah, I think they're like $200. And if you do get one, I would definitely recommend picking her up at HH Gun Shop here in Bismarck, Man Down Sporting Goods, or Little Angry Man Arms down there in Trail City, South Dakota, I believe they are. And hey, man, if you haven't seen the new shop in Mandan, go on Mandan Sporting Goods on Facebook. He's got some pictures up. Great looking shop in there. All right, number 3, Henry side gate. That's the lever action right there. Number 3. Number 4, Henry big boy rifles. All right, I have shot a Henry big boy in 357, liked it. Number 5, Rozzi R92. Haven't shot a Rozzi. Good looking rifles in my opinion. Moving on here, single shots, top 5, August. Number 1, CVA, Connecticut Valley Arms Scout, which these are cool, man. I've shot one in the 17. They are, Dougie's probably going like, you fud, JD. They are freaking cool, though, man. Break open single shot, love it. Henry single shot. I haven't shot a Henry single. Barrett M99. Hey, Dougie, I like those too. Does that make me a fud? Because I know you got one. That thing's awesome, too. I love that 50. If you know what a Barrett M99 is, I don't know if they come in 338, but I know they're in 50 BMG, and that's the one I shot at Axis. You got Chiappa little Badger rifles. I have seen these, never shot them. Look, man, they look cheesy, but whatever. Little single shot 22s are always freaking cool. And that's with the Chiappas. I don't believe they come in with 20. And you got the Traditions Outfitter single shot. Haven't seen those. I think Traditions are what I've ever seen are mostly, muzzle loaders. But hey, I'm willing to check these out too. Those are sweet. Let's move right on into the semi-auto shotties here. Of course, I knew this was going to dominate it. Beretta Model 1301 shotguns, number 1. Number 2, Beretta A300. Number 3, Beretta A400. Number 4, Benelli M4, which I think is Benelli and Benetti. Is Beretta and Benelli kind of are they the same company? Or I know they're both Italian, but number 5, whoa, we got an American company, but I don't know if this one is made in Turkey or actually here in Winchester, Super X4. I think Winchester's in South Carolina. Nathan Mole says the Gen 2 Ruger American rifles look great. Yeah, I agree, Nathan. They look freaking super awesome, and they do have some upgrades on them that I like. The one complaint that I ever had on a Ruger Gen 1, my 6.5 Creed, just absolutely shot freaking dimes, but the reason I got rid of it. The bolt, when you walked with one in the chamber, even safety on, the bolt would work open on you or would work up. And I know a lot of people are like, well, when you shoot, you got a deer, make sure your bolt handle's down. Nah, I don't like that kind of shit. The new one's got a 3-position safety, bolt won't come open on you. Doesn't happen on my 223 or my 17, but it did happen on the 6.5. I don't know if anybody's got a 308 that happened to, but Eric's is not a fan of Rozzy. I had one in 243 and it was all over a refrigerator box. Oof. Yeah, if it's shooting like that, no dice, man. I mean, I'll give lever actions a little bit of leeway on accuracy, not much, but if it's shooting that sucks. Josh Patterson says Beretta A400s are nice. My buddy has one that shoots so nice. Awesome. But I mean, I shot a Benelli Black Eagle. I do freaking love Black Eagles. I mean, I'm definitely, when it comes to shotguns, I'm more of a FUD, single shot or side-by-side guy, but Benelli Black Eagles, I love those. All right, pump actions, man. Pump actions. We're getting a Mossberg, number 1, Mossberg model 590 shotguns. Man, 590s, I don't know do they make those in hunting, or are those just all like the tactical? The military uses 590s. That's what the military uses, 590s. 2 Remington model 870 shotgun pump. Yeah, I mean, 870s. I've had the 870. Love the 870. This one here, some people think it's cool. I don't. Number Caltech KSG. It's like that bullpup. I mean, it's cool that it holds a lot of rounds and you can flip chambers. And Smith & Wesson kind of has one. Everybody says they copied them. I don't know. Never shot one. I'm just not a fan of it. If you don't know, no offense to anybody who has one. Number 4 in the pumps, Winchester Super X pump. All right. Again, never shot one, but pump shotguns are all kind of, they're kind of the same to me. Number 5 here, Mossberg model 500 shotgun. Had one. Yeah, something was weird at the trigger. It was like delayed or something. I don't. Maybe that was just my particular model, but whatever. Nothing against. I love Mossberg stuff, so I'm not banging on them. Over and under shotguns right here, man. According to Wyatt, my buddy Wyatt, these are like the man buns because he's a side-by-side guy. He says the over and unders are man bun double barrels. Browning Satori, number 2, CZ Drake, 3 Beretta 680, 4 American Tactical Cavalry ATI import, which whatever. Which Kamala said she wants banning any imports of shit like that. Number 5, Browning Satori 725. Here we go, going side by side, hitting into Elmer Flood territory. Love side by sides. One of these on here, I think I would I don't know. Yeah, one of them on here. Maybe I'd like to have. Number 1, CZ Hammer. Like that name for sure. 2 Stoger Uplander. I know some guys with Stogers, like Stogers. 3 CZ Bob White for sure. Number 4 Weatherby Orion side by side. Never heard of those. And 5 CZ USA Sharptail. No idea, but yeah, like side by sides. Pheasant season's coming up. Looking forward to seeing my buddy side by side eat. In fact, I might use them both. My buddy side by side 410. I think that might be a CZ. And Axe has a Charles Daly Defense pump that I might use that. So there you go. The top 5 new in every category. New rifles in every category. That's from gunbroker.com. If you guys like that, I'm not against doing that every month. I enjoy going through that. It takes a little time, but I enjoy doing that. And that's just from Gunbroker. That's not nationwide. I mean, other places may have a different thing. So catch up on a few of these comments here. Josh Patterson, my boy, took a Springfield model 1929 single shot 16 gauge out last weekend. Got his first squirrel with it. Awesome, man. 16 gauge. Yeah. 16 gauges. I kind of forgotten there about the 16 gauges. Brought home 3 of them, actually, 3 squirrels. Not sure how old of a shotgun it is, but we had the chamber lengthened to shoot 2 3/4 inch. Perfect. Eric Newman says, I hate the Mossberg 500. Jammed like a son of a bee, and it patterned pathetically. Okay. Hey, I see. I never did pattern that. I think we did pattern a single shot, and I think the double barrel, my buddy's 28 gauge, and it was pretty sweet actually at 25 yards. Over and unders are yuppie guns. That's what Eric Newman says. I love my side by side. Yeah. You and Wyatt would get along, Eric. He says it's the man bun. So, all right, I tell you what, guys, we're gonna hit our big ad here and come back. Like I said, I'm keeping it in an hour. I know Some people don't like that, but I mean, that's just the way I'm going to roll with this. So we're going to keep it. We're going to keep it at an hour. We're going to come back. I'm going to do the 22, this new 22 thing. I might have to go through a little quicker than I want. I'll let you guys know what it's all about, and then a happy ending. So here we go. We're going to do the big ad here, and we'll be back. Just maybe take about 5 minutes. We're going to come back. New 22 rimfire cartridge from Winchester.
That's a war face. Now let me see your war face. You don't scare me.
Lauer Auto Repair, located at 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Give them a call at 701-258-6308.
The team of mechanics at Lauer Auto can take care of any problem your vehicle is having. And when you do business with Lauer, you can be assured you're doing business with a pro Second Amendment America First repair shop. There are plenty of other auto repair shops in the Bismarck-Mandan area. But why take a chance at patronizing a shop that might not have your beliefs at heart? Make no mistake. Lauer Auto is your pro Second Amendment repair shop. When you talk to the guys at Lauer Auto, don't forget to tell them that you heard they are a sponsor of Guns and the 701 and that you appreciate their support of our pro Second Amendment, pro North Dakota live stream and podcast. That's Lauer Auto Repair, 701-258-6308.
701-258-6308.
Located 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Experience the exhilaration of power in your hands at Bloodline Kinetics. Why Cerakote? Simply, it aids in firearm preservation while also giving your piece a unique look. Barrel threading, NFA laser engraving, bolt handle threading, mount, level, and bore, sight scope chamber rebarreling, and much more. Bloodline Kinetics is meant to reflect a long American lineage in gun ownership, who stand for the Second Amendment rights, Bloodline, and the science behind gun accuracy. Kinetics. To some, it's just a constitutional right that can go away. To us, it's in our American bloodline, and we believe it should stay that way. Here at Bloodline Kinetics, we understand that hunters, sportsmen, women, and gun owners should have a quality firearm. Stop and see us at 2008 Morrison Avenue 2 in Bismarck, North Dakota, 58504, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 701-390-7997. Visit our website, bloodlinekinetics.com.
Ever tried catching a fish with your bare hands or hunting a deer with a stick? Don't be that guy. At Mandan Sporting Goods, we've got all the hunting and camping gear you need. We're your one-stop shop for outdoor adventure.
A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed.
Check us out at mandansportinggoods.com, or better yet, stop in to 210 East Main Street, Mandan, North Dakota. Mandan Sporting Goods, where the outdoors meets functionality. Store hours, Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Closed Sunday. Take up arms at Mandan Sporting Goods. Your adventure starts here.
Discover the world of
For every and any situation, Little Angry Man Arms LLC has you covered. Top-notch guns from top-name brands like Winchester, Glock, Sig Sauer, and Ruger, to essential extras from Magpul, Streamlight, Hollow, Sun Optics, and more. Little Angry Man Arms LLC have everything to make your shooting adventures a success. Visit littleangrymanarms.com today and gear up for your next big hunt, competition, or home defense. Don't miss out on our exclusive deals. Little Angry Man Arms LLC, based in Trail City, South Dakota, your ultimate hunting partner.
Right on, JD back here. It looks like my ad for Double H got sniped for some reason. So, hey, Double H Gun Shop, they are just exclusive here to the 701Nation live stream with moi, yours truly, JD. Go down there, check it out. You got all the guns you need. Daryl, if you're looking for an older gun, Daryl can hook you up there and find that. Tons of reloading. I was just in there the other day. Tons of reloading stuff. Ammo, guns, like I said, whatever you want. Knives, handguns, scopes. He's got a nice scope in there. If you ever get that gun from Bloodline, I'm gonna probably get me a Sig scope from Don. Looks pretty sweet. Got some real nice drop reticles in it and clear. Affordable price on that one too. So that's I'm looking forward to that. So I see a comment on there. I can't quite get it because I got something in the way. But anyway, That's okay. Mandan Sporting Goods starts off with, have you ever tried to catch a fish by hand? I have a few times, says Eric. I think I have a carp actually, maybe back when I was younger on Lake Sakakawea, and just get them right by the shore there and just heave them back up on the bank. Either that or it was an Apple Creek with the Billman boys. I can't remember, one of the two. But anyway, before I get on to this, I'm going to just do a few. I'm going to tell you guys real quick here because I got 11 minutes. So Sunday, I mentioned at the beginning of the show, the Deer Rifle Steel Challenge. Pardon me. This Sunday, we're going to do it out at Dougie's. What that is Doug's got a full-size deer rifle target, and he's got a punch out in there. It's 11 inches, but we're going to spray paint a 5-inch circle on it. And we're going to have anywhere between 8 and 10 guys out there. No warm-ups. You're going to get one shot at 400 yards, and you got to see if you can hit that, if you can hit it in the 5-inch kill zone. I know a kill zone's bigger than that. It's probably 10 inches really, but we're going to make it a 5-inch circle. And we're going to video it. We'll have the spotting scope on the gong out there at 500, and we'll have the person right laying there. You can't get on the bench either. Either you're going to do it off your shooting sticks or offhand or proned out or kneeling, however you want to do it. But yeah, it's going to be a fun little challenge. We're going to do a good video with that. Going to let everybody talk before they shoot, what kind of gun they got, what kind of ammo they got, how confident they are, and if everybody likes this video, we're going to go ahead and do after that, we're going to do a varmint one and a predator rifle one. So looking next week at some point, we'll have that video up. I'm looking forward to doing that. Weather's looking stellar for Sunday, 65 degrees, wind like 3 to 8 or something, and sun's out 400 yards. I'm jacked up. Yeah, Josh, you can bring the bog death grip for sure. 100% bring that. Like I said, we just can't. I'm personally going to prone out. I shoot most of my deer proned out. So I'm going to prone out with the old Harris bipod and the 6.5 Grin, 120 grainers. Let's let it rip and see what happens, baby. This is going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Eric says a northern pike he caught by hand, a 7-pounder. That's awesome, man. All right, so I'm going to get through here. We got a new rimfire case cartridge coming out here. Winchester has introduced the 21 Sharp, it's called. New rimfire cartridge. Now it doesn't fit into your regular 22. It's a little different chamber dimensions, and they made the bore slightly smaller, I do believe. And the shape of the bullet's different and everything here. They say the innovative design that provides significant benefits for recreational shooters and small game hunters. Yeah, the Winchester engineered expertise is at its core of the 22 Sharp, built from the ground up for enhanced accuracy. They're saying way more accurate than like your 22, your standard 22 rimfire here. And obviously the velocities are up. I'll tell you guys here down in a second here, the velocities, what they are. They got both lead and lead-free projectiles. I think their main one that they're trying to push is this copper matrix 25 grain thing, which I'll let you know about. But it's way better. They're claiming the 22 long rifle, which the 22 is old, man. They made that sucker a long time ago. I love shooting 22. The older I get, the more I love shooting it. But they're saying none of these 22s have ever met the accuracy and on-target performance that a lead projectile can provide due to the original 22. The 22 Sharp was purposefully designed by Winchester to provide top performance. Okay. All right. So I'll tell you, without getting too much into the weeds here, the bullet is shorter. I think they call it like a rebaited tail, and it is significantly shorter, which is probably why they get more velocity. They get more powder in. And like I said, the bore is smaller. The chamber is a little smaller. I'm not going to get into the dimensions of it and all that crap, but I will tell you, right here, what some of the ammunition here, and I'll give you it's like I said, it's called the 21 Sharp. They got a 25 grain copper matrix, lead free. It's hard for me to shoot lead free stuff because all I can think about is the anti-hunters. And that's what everybody should use because it costs more, and it does cost more here too. Produces 1.5 MOA groups at 50 yards, which I'm not going to lie to you, man. If you saw the gun test action I did with my new Winchester 22 bolt, I'm going to say most of those are probably under 1.5 MOA. Outperforming all lead-free 22 LR offerings available today. Okay, so the velocity on this 25 grain is 1750, which is way higher than your average 22, and that's going to run you like $25 a box for 100. You know, I will tell you, like with this, I mean, I don't know, 17. Why not just get a 17? Okay, number 2 here, Game and Target 37 grain, copper plated. It's 1335, which is 1260 is what you're going to get with your 37 grain. I do have 37 grain 22. These Winchester makes around too. It goes like 14 something out of a 16-inch barrel. It's like the segmented one, and it's usually pretty accurate too. So I don't. This is $17 for 100. I don't know where you're getting an advantage with that. I mean, I'm not. I don't want to sound like I'm banging on this thing, because I mean, if I had extra money laying around, I'd probably get one. Hey, you just got 500. It's not going for this. Game and Target 42 grain FMJ, 1330, $18 per 100. And so this last one is the one that I would probably use here, and this is pretty good velocity for this grain. Super X 34 grain jacketed hollow point. And they said it outperforms your 22 in terms of accuracy and expansion and impact, energy impact on small game. 1,500 feet per second as your muzzle, and $18 for 100, which in my opinion, that's pretty reasonable. So, if you want the 21 sharp, if you're interested, check it out. There's a bunch of information online. I saw a thing yesterday, before I watched the boys on Guns in the 701 last night on Midway USA Outdoor Channel. They had a thing on it. NRA had a thing on it. Looked pretty sweet. So, if you're interested in the 21 sharp, it's coming out. Midway doesn't have these. I got these prices from Midway. So, I mean, if you're interested, check it out, look into it. Like I said, I probably got to win the Lucky for Life lottery here before I'm going to get one of these, or win it. It's some kind of, raffle or some shit like that. By the way, Clay's got a raffle too for that. Clay, I sold a couple tickets for you today, buddy. So, all right, I'm running out of time here. There it is. Clay's on there. He put it up right there. North Dakota Farm Bureau 1911 sweet pistol. Most of the guys I know, if they get it, they're going to shoot that sucker. They're not going to put it in the viewing case, which I do have from my grandpa, Gold Spike Edition 3030. Yeah, he shot it right away, so I shot it. Sweet rifle. In fact, one of the first gun reviews I did was with that and one of his. So, all right, real quick here, guys. I'm gonna hit on the happy ending of the week. Had a brain fart there. Happy ending of the week coming to us from good old Queen Kamala Kami Harris's home state here back in June 3rd. Stanton, California. Never been to Stanton, California. Been to Stanton, North Dakota many times, the county seat of Mercer County. A rideshare driver in Stanton was dropping off a passenger at about 8 p.m. June 2nd when he witnessed a woman beating the shit beat out of her by some loser. The driver shot the piece of shit, then called law enforcement. They responded and gave the 20-year-old suspect medical treatment, then transported him to the hospital, where he was listed in critical and unfortunately stable condition. I say unfortunately because a scumbag like that, I don't give a shit if he dies. They also treated the woman at the scene. Investigation was ongoing. Happy ending of that. The piece of shit quit beating the hell out of this woman. Got a bullet in him. Hopefully he learned his damn lesson. I mean, it would have been an ultra happy ending if he'd resumed atmospheric temperature. In this case, he was outside instead of room temperature. But hey, gun stopped a scumbag from beating the hell out of somebody. Perfect. Love it. That's one of the reasons we have the Second Amendment. Some people disagree. Some people don't know shit about the Second Amendment. Anyway, Josh Patterson says for the deer rifle challenge, he says, I'm excited. Never shot that far. I'm excited for it too, Josh. I've shot that far many times. I'm looking forward to interviewing everybody before they shoot. And what they say, like I said, we got some guys my age. Shit, I think I'm actually going to be the oldest guy there. I'm 53. We have some younger guys there, Josh and his son. Yeah, Clay says you just hit 500-yard steal at my place. I did actually with my Grendel. I think Clay said that was like a 12 or 15-inch circle gong. I haven't shot my Grendel since this spring, and I did hit it with all three. So I'm, the last shot was in the 5, but the first one would definitely not have been in the 5-inch circle that we're aiming at. So anyway, tomorrow before I run out of my time here, looks like I'm going to go. I'm probably going to go a minute or two over, but shot it and then waited and then the report. Yeah, the Grendel's slow, man. I'm definitely going to have the most ballistically challenged cartridge there at the deer rifle challenge on Sunday. So yeah, so tomorrow at 8:15 again. Clay's going to be on Mitchell in the morning 8:15 with Todd at 8:15 a.m. Central, 550 99.7 FM and iHeartRadio. Do it on iHeart because then Todd knows you're listening. And again, Saturday morning, 8 a.m. Central Time, 7 a.m. Mountain. Clay's going to be on with their man, Scott Bachmeyer, Dakota Prairie Outdoors. If you can't get enough in that 1 hour on K-Fire and 99.7 and iHeart, Scotty will be on pre-show about 10 minutes on his YouTube channel. And then after, probably do a little after show. Make sure you subscribe to that. And next Wednesday, I'll be back on here, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, 701 Nation, episode 22. I think one of the topics I'm going to cover was a video I did. Brian says, good show. Thank you, Brian. Appreciate that, buddy. We're going to talk about what is an established trail, because I did that video and some people didn't really get what I was getting at. Maybe I'll explain that, and we will discuss. And I do have the legislature's definition of a established trail. Game and Fish kind of leaves that open-ended, which I don't like. I've talked to him, and I'll tell you what, I am going to talk about that next week. That's going to be one of our topics. And, of course, we'll have some other guns and gear stuff and a happy ending. But, yeah, next Wednesday, 8 p.m. Central right here, 701 Nation. If you missed last night's show with the boys, Guns in the 701, Deke and Clay had a great show. Go back. You can check that out. It's on all your podcasts. iHeart, we recommend iHeart because we're affiliated with iHeart. But it's on every podcast again. And if you like watching it, seeing Clay and Deke, they both have a face for live streams. Good looking guys. Check them out on the replay on all of our social media sites and our website, of course, gunsand701.com. All right, guys, I went a little over. JD, Guns in the 701. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Established trail. Oh boy, here we go, says Clay. Yeah. Waylon Turner is hoping to watch that Saturday, unless my boy is in pursuit of the muley from last weekend. Yeah, talk to Waylon. Sounds like they got something they're looking at. Waylon, if you get that, man, send me a pic. Love to see it. I'm going to be up in Golden Valley with my man Wyatt Franzen Saturday, doing a little fence work and some other stuff, prepping for pheasant season, helping out. He's bringing the skidder up. It's going to be a good time. So good luck hunting to you, Waylon, and anybody else taking the young one out hunting. I'll see you guys next week. Appreciate you tuning in. JD, 701 Nation. I'm out of here. Go do some